Story. My family betrayed me because of my brother. Part 1. The Golden Child. From the very beginning, I always knew my brother was the favorite. I was old enough to notice how my parents looked at him. This glowing smile whenever he walked into the room, the soft tone of voice, the subtle way they compare us without ever saying it outright. They thought they were slick. But you can't hide favoritism from a kid. You just can't. If he got a bad grade, it was the teacher's fault. If I got a bad grade, suddenly I was lazy or not applying myself. If he broke a glass, it was an accident. If I did the same thing, I was careless and got grounded. You know the drill. Golden child versus scapegoat. Part 2. The birthday that said it all. It really hit me when I turned 13. I remember sitting at the table, waiting for everyone to sing me happy birthday. And guess what? They forgot. My parents, my brother, even my grandma who lived with us, all of them, they forgot my birthday. The only reason they even realized was because my aunt called in the evening and said, "Hey, tell him happy birthday for me." I sat there with my jaw locked, pretending I didn't care, while my parents scrambled to put together a last-minute cake with leftover brownies from the fridge. No candles, no song, just this awkward, "Here, eat this happy birthday." The very next month, when my brother turned 10, they threw him a full-on party. Balloons, a rented clown, expensive gifts, a professional cake. And I kid you not, my mom even took off work to decorate the house. I laughed inside, but it wasn't a happy laugh. It was that, wow, so this is how it's gonna be kind of laugh. Part 3. High school humiliation. By high school, the favoritism was unbearable. I worked hard, got into honors classes, even made varsity track. Did they care? Nope. My dad once told me, "Yeah, but you're not naturally talented like your brother." Naturally talented at what? Existing? Meanwhile, my brother barely scraped by in school. But when he played one single guitar song at a school talent show, they treated him like he was the next Kurt Cobain. I'll never forget the night my mom dragged me out of my room to watch him practice. She literally said, "Can't you be more like him? He brings us joy. You're always so difficult." That crushed me. Difficult. That's the word they used for me. Part 4. The ultimate betrayal. Things really escalated when I got into college. I busted my ass, scholarships, late nights, no social life. And when I finally got accepted into a good university, I thought, this is it. They'll finally be proud. I showed them the acceptance letter at dinner. I'll never forget what happened. My mom barely glanced at it and said, "That's nice. But did you hear? Your brother's band might be playing at a real bar downtown." Everyone turned to him, clapping, cheering, asking questions. My big moment? Stolen. Overshadowed by his garage band gig. That night, I sat in my room, staring at the acceptance letter, wondering why the hell I even tried. But the real betrayal came later. When it was time for tuition, my parents told me they couldn't help me financially. "Sorry, college is expensive. You'll have to take loans." 2 months later, I found out they had emptied part of their savings to buy my brother a brand new car. Not a used one. Not a cheap one. A shiny, expensive car so he could drive to his gigs. I remember asking, "Why? Why does he get that?" And my dad said, "Because he has potential. He needs support. You're independent. You'll figure it out." That was the moment something inside me snapped. Part 5. Cutting the cord. I left. I took the loans, worked 2 jobs, and cut contact with them. For years, I barely called. They only reached out when they needed something. Fast forward. I graduate, get a good job, build a life for myself. Meanwhile, my brother? His band flopped. He never finished school. And last I heard, he still lives with my parents, unemployed, working on his music career. And guess what? They still baby him. Still call him their genius. Part 6. The confrontation. One day, my mom called me, asking why I never visit. She actually had the nerve to say, "You know, family is everything. Don't let jealousy ruin our bond." Jealousy? I unloaded years of anger. I told her about every birthday they forgot, Every moment they ignored me, every sacrifice they dismissed. I told her I wasn't jealous. I was betrayed.
She cried.
Said she didn't realize. But let's be real. They knew. They just didn't care. Part 7, The Twist. Here's the kicker. A few months ago, my brother messaged me on Facebook. First time in years. He said, "Hey man, I know things were rough. But mom and dad are getting older. Maybe you should forgive them. They really need you now." Oh, now they need me? After using me as the family punching bag for decades? After throwing me aside for their precious golden boy? I didn't respond. And honestly, I don't think I ever will. Part 8, My Reflection. Some people will say, but they're still your family. To that I say, family isn't about blood. It's about respect. I built my own family out of friends who actually value me, who celebrate my wins, who don't compare me to anyone else. And as for my parents and brother, they can live in their little bubble of denial. I'm done being the forgotten child.